interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old saying, and a true one, that what is pleasing to the eye is bound to be pleasing to the appetite. I'm going to demonstrate this set to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. The first cutter that I'm going to show you, now this first one is known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's 2 curls out of the 1 potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the 2 colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat them. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in 2. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a big piece like that. Now the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge. First one way and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this, drop them into a little batter of pancake flour and fry them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Serve them with strips of bacon for breakfast. Why, they're delicious. Here's beets, you pickle them, and carrots, you steam or cream them. In making the original French fried potato, cut them in thick slices. Put them one on top of each other. Cross-cut the slices, and you'll never eat a French fry any other way. The potatoes cut like this will not absorb the fat because they're garnished around. Pineapples cut for your pineapple and cheese salad, cut them the same way. Here is one, and this is a dandy. Cuts any thickness or any size. Open it for a thick slice, close to the top for a thin slice. Saratoga chips, you can make them for 3 or 4 pennies a pound. Just pull the blade towards you like this. If you want the slices thicker than this, open the blade, there's a thick slice. Shoestrings for your Friday fish dinner, cut them down like this. Chop them up for your vegetable soup. What this knife is really intended for is for cutting the cabbage. You know the old-fashioned board, how you rip and tear, sometimes nipping the ends off your fingers. Lay it flat and pull it lightly towards you over the cabbage. The weight of the knife across the cabbage is all that's necessary. Why, ladies, when you get slaw cut as fine as this, you'll certainly appreciate eating it. The crowning feature of the set is the cutter that I'm going to show you now. This is known as the Champeen vegetable mincing knife and noodle cutter. Now, when you want to make some real fine noodles at home, you roll the dough out like this. Dip this into a little flour so it doesn't stick to the dough, and as you roll it over the dough, that will cut the noodles in long strips, 10 at a time. Did you ever try to chop up a little nuts for cake? Why, I've seen ladies chop nuts and the nuts land up on the ceiling. sometimes you chop the ends off your fingers when you want to chop up a little nuts for cake, cooked meat, clams for chowder, soup greens to throw into your soup. Making a little pepper or chicken hash is just a few strokes rolling it up and down. Why, here is without a doubt the meanest thing in the world to cut parsley. Put that in a grinder, you really grind it too fine. This machine, instead of crushing the parsley, cuts it quick, clean, and dry, leaving every bit of the juice and every bit of the flavor. Now, to clean this machine, you press the button. Rinse it out in a little water. When you're through using it, hang it up and let it dry. Here's one here that every lady should have in her home, known as the Parisian scoop. You lay it flat, once to the right, once to the left. When you scoop them out, you'll get a perfect round little ball. You can pot roast these, cut them out of cheese or cut them out of butter. When you're serving a fruit cocktail in the summertime, take your fresh cantaloupe, scoop them out like this, mix them with apples, pears, and watermelons, makes a delicious fruit cocktail served with a little cracked ice like you see here. But here's a tool, ladies, if you ever do get it, you'll thank the day you've seen this demonstration. When you press, it locks. It's like a pair of human hands. Reach in the oven and take the biscuits out of the oven. Ever take the hot potatoes out of the oven and burn yourself on the elbow? A roast chicken out of the oven, a piece of meat out of the pot, spinach, asparagus out of the water. Why, around canning season, when you're preserving the fruits, to take the hot fruit jars out of the water like that, that machine is worth dollars to you. And here's another one that I really know you'll enjoy having in your kitchen, known as the safety grater. No doubt you're familiar with the old-fashioned grater. I've seen ladies take a grater and rip the knuckles off. When you want to grate up potatoes for delicious potato pancakes, this has a smooth, flat edge, impossible to cut yourself. Just like you were washing clothes, you rub it up and down, and you really grate your vegetables real fine, retaining all the flavors and all the juices. Breadcrumbs for when you're serving veal cutlets or anything like that. You want a little breadcrumbs to fry your fish in? Why, there's the greatest proposition in the world. Use that for coconut, cheese, or horseradish. When you're through with it, just hit it down like that. That knocks all the food out. Rinse it out in a little water and hang it up and let it dry. Now, here is a stone made of carborundum and sapphire quartz, which is made purposely to keep these knives sharp. When they get dull, a few strokes over the edge like this, and you can put a keen cutting edge on it. If you have a dull knife or a dull pair of scissors, an old sickle or a scythe, a lawnmower, cleaver, an axe, there's a tool that will really put an edge on the knife, so the knife will really cut for you. I just want to give you an idea of how sharp that knife really is when you sharpen it with that stone. Ladies, I've seen some of you try to open up cans. Now, there's a can of Campbell's baked beans. I've seen ladies open up a can and you poke a hole in it, go around the top, hippity-hop, and your finger slips. Let me show you a real proposition. Look, lay it on the can, lift up the safety, and turn the key. That locks itself on the can. No harder than you were winding up your watch. Wind up the key and that'll cut the top off of the can slick and smooth. Notice how the end raises itself up in the air so you can lift the lid off, giving you a clean, smooth edge. Now, that can be used for sardine cans, square cans, or round cans, exactly the same way. Now, this tool here, my dear friends, needs no introduction. This will save you on an average of $20 to $30 every year you use it as a peeling knife. Here's a grater for cheese, coconut, or horseradish, a fish scaler for scaling your fish, and when you're coring your apple, it's just a slight twist of the wrist, and there's the apple core. There's one more tool that I want you to see, and I want you to watch this one very closely. Many a times when you're baking a pie, you have a pudding in the oven. I've seen ladies wrap a towel around your hand, and many a times you burn your fingers. Hook this onto the pot like this and lift the hot pots off the top of the stove. You've got a pie pan in the oven? Get your hold of the pie pan like this. Why, you couldn't get it off with a team of horses. This will positively lift 100 pounds. There's a pail of water weighs 50 or 60 pounds. That's the way you pick it up. But there's one more tool. I'll be all through and I'll be finished. Oh, now the next tool and the last one is what they call the Sarah Bernhardt cutter. This was invented by the head chef of the Imperial Hotel in the city of Berlin, Germany. You place the screw into the center of the vegetable. Twist the vegetable until the threads catch a hold, then you wind this up. You keep winding until you utilize the whole potato. The faster you turn, the quicker the slices. Why, ladies, here's a machine for slicing onions. The first onion that you slice with this cutter, you'll bless the day you've got a hold of it. Every slice cut exactly the same thickness. Every slice cut the same size. In making what they call a rosette, pull the vegetable out like this. Pin the ends together with a toothpick. Drop that potato into the hot fat and fry it. That will come out like a donut, golden brown. If you're serving a nice fish dinner, a little parsley goes in the center with the fish all around it. Makes a very appetizing dish. Did you ever try to slice onions with a knife? You know how you get one thick slice and one thin slice? Run the knife through the center. That will separate each slice individual. Almost like magic, there is every slice cut exactly the same thickness and the same size. Wouldn't you like to have a set like this in your kitchen? Why, of course you would. Now don't forget, attend this theater every week and receive this 12-piece fascinating... Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this theater takes great pleasure in making this announcement. To each lady attending this theater each week, will receive absolutely free a fascinating 12-piece kitchen cutlery set, one piece each time. It is really interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old saying, and a true one, that what is pleasing to the eye is bound to be pleasing to the appetite. I'm going to demonstrate this set to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. The first cutter that I'm going to show you, now this first one is known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's two curls out of the one potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the two colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat them. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in two. Serve them on the half shell.
Hey there, everyone. How we doing tonight? What's new? What's happening? It's Twinkies night. Doing Twinkies. I've never been a huge Twinkie fan. I don't mind them. I was just in another chat a little while ago. We were talking about British people trying them for the first time and thinking they're absolutely horrid. Which, if you try them compared to like a actual pastry cream with an actual like sponge, yeah, no. But as far as Americana, definitely. But what is not a part of Americana here is, Vegemite, which you can see I have not even taken out of the plastic from being shipped. Which is very well taped on there. Oh well. So I have Vegemite. And so I'm going to start off by trying that for the first time here. I got some sliced bread. We'll toast some bread up here. Vegemite was the losing contender here against Twinkies. I don't know why I'm doing 2 pieces of this. I really should probably just do 1. But I don't know. It's just sort of standard operation, I guess, for me. Put this away. We'll maybe use this with our chicken salad. Even though the whole idea with the chicken salad is we're using this is the buns too. So I'm going to do this in a pan just by itself here. And so I got a flame going here on this bottom guy. Let him warm up a minute here. Actually, it doesn't really matter. It's not like it's veggies where we're going to lose a bunch of moisture here. So we're going to do dry toast, light butter, and then light Vegemite here for the first time trying this. Welcome in, Mama Bear 65. How are you doing this evening? Oh, come on. Safety seal doesn't want to break. I'm doing pretty good tonight. Not the greatest day, but happy to be here and streaming now and tonight. So here's our Vegemite here. It's the first time I've took it out of the shipping packaging earlier. Wow, that's much more savory than I expected it to be. I expected this to be like very yeasty. And this is much darker. Much darker. So let's see how our bread's doing here. My sock giving me issues here tonight. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Glad to see people doing well. So the plan tonight for the Twinkies is after we try the Vegemite here, I'm going to make a baked Alaskan. Not going to actually bake it, but we're going to make a baked Alaskan with Twinkies as our base of our baked Alaskan. You're going to make that with chocolate cream, or chocolate ice cream. Also going to be doing chicken salad using the cream from the Twinkies in our salad dressing, and then we'll use the actual Twinkie pieces in lieu of bread. And the more fun thing, more interesting project of the evening is I'm going to make a Scotch Twinkie. I'm going to take Twinkies, I'm going to wrap them in Italian sausage, which it's almost like wrapping in bacon. But they're going to take Twinkies, you're going to wrap them Italian sausage, thin layer, and then wrap that with, or rather coat that with egg and panko crumbs and fry it. I could maybe chop up some bacon and put it in with the mixture. I don't see how it's going to wrap nicely. But we're going to do essentially a whole fried turkey, or whole fried Twinkie, not turkey, along with the sausage and breading and all that good stuff. Going to take it sort of a savory route. I've already got a bowl chilling for the ice cream. Got the ice cream already. I'm not making the ice cream for this, but I will be making the egg white mixture. Don't know why I didn't have that zoomed already, other than you can see that the oil is there. Starting to get a little light color. We need some butter out here. It's got to be close, so I got to get back to that quick here. The pan is just dry toast. There's no oils in the pan. The pan is just cast iron. Giving it a little bit of a toast here rather than pull out the whole toaster oven. I have a small toaster, or rather I have a rather large toaster oven that's sort of an annoyance to get up and put on the counter. So just for a couple pieces of bread, I think I'm going to do it in a pan. But no butter here, just bread. And then what I'm basically doing here is I have not tried this before. It's the first time I've ever had it. The first time I've ever smelled it. And it is much deeper and darker than I expected. In a good way or a bad way? I mean, I know people absolutely love this, and then there's people that absolutely hate it. Anticipation. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. Well, how you doing tonight, Arky? Sorry for not saying hello as you came in the door there. Let's not throw a ton of butter into our fresh batch of Vegemite here. Wouldn't want to corrupt it. That may be a bit rough. Yeah. In for penny, in for pound. Not going that rough, though. Okay, let's try it just like that. I didn't even hardly get that. We're going to throw some more on there. Give myself a heavy dose here. It's not bad to me. It's just really heavy umami. Almost. Yeah, I don't mind it. It is salty. It is very savory, very umami. It's not sweet. But it doesn't taste all that bad to me at all. I don't mind it at all. I don't know if I really crave it. But obviously it's not deadly to me. Good test. That could be saving the whole thing. So I don't hate Vegemite. Chef John Reed recommended putting it in like a gravy or something like that. I think it would be great in that. Give you all sorts of background flavor. But yeah, that's not bad. That's like I'm going to take this last piece plain though. But it's not bad. You know what? I'll put it on there just so that it's made from leftover beer brewing yeast, from my understanding. I don't know the process that's made it. It could be that it's just cooked heavily. But it's definitely not yeasty, which is sort of what I expected. It's just a very deep, dark, almost like I put it on par with like coffee. It's deep, it's dark, it's got heavily like roast flavor. And I can see it not being for everyone. Do I need to refrigerate this after opening it? And I heard the battle there, so I'm guessing that I don't, but like I don't think I've ever stored in a cool, dry place. But like that would be awesome for throwing in a little pan sauce, something along that line. Welcome in, Trigger. And salty, but so we're going to start by playing with ice cream. Got a chilled bowl here. Got some nice heavy-duty dark chocolate ice cream. Basically just molding this into the base of the bowl. Yep, gonna wrap it in pork sausage. Or Italian sausage, or pork sausage. Probably says Italian. Mild Italian. But pork sausage. And wrap that with, or rather, Coat that with an egg wash. And then breadcrumbs, panko. And gonna fry that off in the oil in the back there. I don't think we're gonna fill this all the way out here. I'm just gonna use up the pint of ice cream that I have. Try and level it out here a little bit. If you have a stand mixer or something like that and you want to sit here and mix the ice cream nice and smooth and easy to nice and malleable, easy to put in here, may be to your advantage. At the same time, it's going to make the amount of time that you have to keep it in the freezer before you go and add your egg whites or your meringue. Because we want this cold. That's why I'm doing it first thing here. Well, we're doing essentially the same thing as a Scotch egg here tonight, which I'm not going to add the egg. Alright, so we got a mostly flat layer here of chocolate ice cream. And let's add some Twinkies. I was thinking I was going to get about 3 in there, but we'll see. I have decided that buying them between this way and this way, buying them this way in the bags, not only is much more cost effective, like ridiculously, I like 2 of these packs are like the same price as this whole box. But not only that, the cakes don't stick to the bags, they stick to these boards. And so you lose like your entire like crust to your cake stuck to the board on those things. So let's do it this way. Just random facts. And another thing that I tweeted earlier today, I noticed this 2-pack here is 280 calories for the 2 cakes, which makes that considerably less calories than a 2-pack of Pop-Tarts. So which would you rather have? 2 Pop-Tarts or 2 Twinkies? Or like 3 or 4 Twinkies. It does stick a little bit. Let's see. I might be putting quite a few of these in here. I'm going to squeeze them in here. I was thinking I was going to do like 2 whole ones and a broken one on each corner, but I think I'm going to squeeze 4 of them in there. I don't know, it's sort of like, after dealing with Pop-Tarts last week, it was almost like you finish a pack of Pop-Tarts, and it's like, did I eat anything? Those pretzel ones were pretty awesome, actually. Especially if you toasted them. I know as a kid it was sort of like the thing, even though they're toaster pastries and they taste like flour basically if you don't cook them. They were a grab and go thing for me, and I want to say like freshman high school year. Welcome in, Maroc. There's actually a recipe for tiramisu using Twinkies, which I decided against. I almost did that, and then I'm sort of stealing. Well, I'm actually sort of stealing everything but the Scotch Twinkie tonight. I don't have their exact recipes, and I'm not following actually the exact recipe for the chicken salad, but there is a Twinkie cookbook. And the Baked Alaskan is in there, or the Bake Alaska, and the chicken salad is in there. But I'm radically changing the chicken salad. The chicken salad in the Twinkie book is quite hilarious. We'll have to talk about that a little bit later. I'm going to go toss this out. I'll be right back. Steel piece of plastic here. And we're going to throw this in the freezer. Or back in the freezer. Until the very last thing of dinner tonight. I'm even going to fry the Twinkies before we get back to doing that Baked Alaska. I mean, I can really see why people don't like it. But I don't mind it at all. This would be toast with Marmite. Or rather, with Vegemite, sorry. Vegemite. Which I've never tried before. And apparently I'm not entirely entirely opposed to. Australian versus UK versions. I want to say it's almost like they took Worcestershire sauce and thickened it. Or rather, didn't thin it out. It could be the exact same stuff. Twinkie. Or rather, Twinkies. And what Twinkies are, if you guys are not familiar, they are a golden sponge cake with creamy filling. It used to be they were somewhat banana flavored. I don't know if they have banana flavor in them anymore. Nope, I don't see it anywhere in there. It could be under just like natural flavor though, but these used to be traditionally the old school banana flavor. Like, I forget the name of it, but the one that they make all the candy flavored. the bananas you can't buy these days. Throw our sausage back in the fridge for a moment. Break down this bird here so that we have some chicken to use for chicken salad. Don't really have plans for most of this bird. I think I'm gonna take the thighs off of it. Maybe the thighs and the legs. And we'll saute those up. Throw this in the trash bag there. Give me one moment. Hello? Hi, who is this? Wow. Okay. Back to cutting chicken here. I so rarely get phone calls. Sort of wonder and worry when I do. I don't believe I've gotten a single election phone call this year. Not local, not state, not federal. No people calling about propositions, none of that. It's been quite nice. I'm sort of sorry to bring that up tonight. Sort of try to make this a politics-free zone. Aww. I'm just gonna freeze these anyways, I think, and throw them with stock. Big old oysters on this girl. Saw a kid I went to college with advertising a fried chicken oyster salad, and just the amount of work they had to do for the amount of chicken oysters that they were selling. For those that aren't familiar, this small little orb of chicken here is considered the oyster of the chicken. It's on the back. It's sort of hard to get to. You gotta sort of scrape it away. And yeah, you don't exactly go to your monger and go, I want oysters. So they probably had to tear them down. Yeah, that little piece of meat, sort of like the muscle covering the equivalent of their shoulder blade. Need one for the bones. Yeah, let's use both of these. One for the chicken breast. Not going to use the chicken breasts tonight, so we'll just bag those up, skin and all. Probably should have gotten a smaller bag, but I got a 2-for-1 deal when I was grabbing them. Add in our carcass. Yeah, and we'll throw the wings in there, especially since I butchered that one guy. Wow. It's been a while since I did something like that. That was pretty bad. Oh, we're going to still put bones in this, because I'm going to take the bones out of this. So how is everyone tonight? What's new? What's interesting in everyone else's world? Any interesting dinners tonight? Any special celebrations or parties, or hopefully no one mourning? I unfortunately lost a cousin this week, and so the funeral for that was this morning. Or early afternoon. But I'm feeling much better now that I'm here streaming. Thank you, I appreciate that. He was younger than me, and Not doing a very clean job of these guys. Let's see. We'll take the skin off these guys. Want to be difficult, should just peel off. Throw it in with the stock goodies. Let's see here. Separate our thigh and leg meat. 2 pieces of leg meat there. Take our pieces of bone shard off of our thigh here. Oh, I totally forgot our battle. Arg. You guys have been waiting on that for a while. Sorry about that. Let's give that a go. Oh wow, all sorts of stuff showed up here. Are we gonna do this? This could be rough. I don't know if we're gonna do this. Yeah, bone shards don't help the flavor. Wow. We're doing better at this than I thought. We actually won that? We actually won that? It was like 5 versus like 50 there. Victory. Grats head, Mama Bear. Let's take the high route. And I'll place my guy up here. If you're not familiar, Arky, Stream Raiders, you can join in by going to the web address right here, or it should be in chat right there. And you can add a player to the field once every 5 minutes, and you build up your own army, you can level it up, you can play with multiple streamers at the same time. All sorts of fun stuff with this. They're working on, or they just announced that they're working on a second title, but this is just out of like a 1.5 or 2 years of semi-closed beta. Nope. In with the stock goodies. And again, cutting our legs into 2 and our thigh into 2. And take the bag of offal, throw that in with our freezer goodies. And we'll save this for the next batch of chicken stock, which I think I already got one chicken carcass in there. I do. So I'm going to go ahead and sear those off. Why not? In the lid. Why am I smelling gas here? Maybe it was just from lighting it. It's not very strong. It's the first time I think I've used this for anything other than tortillas. This is my newest set of cast iron, both this top and bottom here. Why is it still on that? There we go. So anyways, like I was saying, I think this is the first time I've used this for anything other than tortillas. First time giving it some real flavor. Other than a couple different types of oil. Hands are still clean here. We'll use the tongs to put it on the... Give it all a good salt seasoning. Right now I'm about to sear off this chicken. Gonna use that later on for a Twinkie chicken salad. Gonna do raspberry and balsamic and the Twinkie filling as our dressing for our chicken salad. But we need cooked chicken salad here, or cooked chicken for our chicken salad. I'm just waiting for Arky to point out that this salad would probably be pretty awesome with some bacon in it. I switched the mics there, that's why you got a little bit of echo for a moment. Do a little pepper and MSG while we're waiting here. But the original recipe, which I was looking at online from the Hostess Twinkie cookbook, was a different animal. We're going to do, or rather I'm going to do, chicken, like I say, in the raspberry balsamic sauce. Going to add some cucumber in there. Little carrot and onion, and little blue cheese. The version that they had in theirs is with like a bunch of tomato and along with, they use a raspberry balsamic flavoring as well, but they're pairing that with tomatoes and cheddar cheese and a number of things that are just like, really? And I'm not gonna bake mine, but they actually like put theirs on the Twinkie, and the instructions in the Twinkie recipe is to bake it to melt that cheese. I'm just like, I don't want to bake that. It's a salad. I did intend to buy some salad greens for today. Unfortunately, I made an order and they weren't with the order. So I didn't get charged for them, but I also didn't get them. The idea was I was going to serve this on salad greens. We're going to have to skip the salad thing. Oh, and if you're just tuning in now, I tried Vegemite earlier, and I'm okay with it. It's not the end of the world. I'm okay with eating it. I actually may be that rare person that's sort of like, yeah, it's okay, but doesn't absolutely love it. Like, I can see uses for it. I'm not going to say no if someone offers it to me. Probably not going to go out of my way to do it myself, though. Getting a little stickage with our new pan here. Get rid of our nasty raw chicken stuff. right, Mama Bear? Have a good one. Hope you'll be back soon. You usually come back. I don't want to go there yet. I didn't throw those in the freezer, did I? No, I don't think I did. Now we got a nice clean cutting board. We need knife back. I don't know why, but I'm just never sure of myself with chicken. Not a horrible plan with chicken. Chicken's up there with probably the most disgusting thing that we eat regularly. So we're going to let that hang out and cool back down to room temp here. I need some water. New flowers today. They're looking pretty. Probably the last of the bright yellows and reds we'll get for this summer. Or winter, or it's November already. Let's see, what are we doing with everything else here? Where are we with our plans? I think we're working on Scotch Twinkie prep. Scotch Twinkie prep, and then we'll finish up our salad over here. We'll fry our Twinkie. We'll hot hold the Twinkie, and then do the Bake Alaska while we're holding the baked Twinkie, or the fried Twinkie. I'm gonna try doing 2 of these. Just to give me a better chance at coming out with one nice looking one here. Do 2. And so, bag. Pretty good seal on the edges of that bag. Make them better these days. So let's figure about that. Hi there. Sorry for not changing the camera there. And so yeah, we want it very thin here. So I'm gonna make a nice cut here as much as possible as I can. Pack the ends together, sorta. Gonna be a little bit thick on the ends. Might want to cut that down actually a little bit, actually. Just because going for a short cook time, we don't want a thick layer of pork. I do want to take a little bit off this side too. Okay, so we have our sausage wrap Twinkie there. First of two. I'm gonna put a little oil on the plate. Or I'm gonna hold it until we do egg wash and frying. Okay, round two. So we're using 2/3 of what's probably, is this a pound? What is the size on this? This is probably a pound. 14 ounces. So 2 ounces less just to confuse you. Gonna use some of this for nachos. We have Twinkies tonight. We have nachos of all sorts on Friday. I've got potatoes in the house already. I've got tortilla chips in the house already. But the original plan, and what I'm still gonna do, are fried pickle nachos. But I'm thinking of doing all three. I'm thinking of doing a Irish nacho versus corn chip versus fried pickles. That rolled up a little bit more uniformly. Oh, you're gonna skip that? Not a pickle fan? I think we're actually done right about there. We'll see. Completely new idea. All my invention here. Well, I didn't invent Scotch eggs, but I have not heard or seen anyone else doing Scotch Twinkies. Battle. So it's a little thick, but we'll live with it. Well, considering that there's already Twinkie chicken salad and I was considering doing the Twinkie burger too, but apparently that's done too. Apparently there's a bar, I don't remember where it is, somewhere here in the States, that does a fried Twinkie burger, and it's not. They're using the Twinkies, the fried Twinkies, as buns, and so there's 4 Twinkies with a cheeseburger. I mean, I do some bad eating here and there, but that's redonkulous. Well, I can see it being... I mean, you do a fried Twinkie on top and bottom, but 4 of them? It's insanity. Nice looking, guys. Nice and flavorful looking. I sort of feel if I'm going to do a burger on stream, I've done a burger or two on stream, but if you want to do burgers on stream, I sort of feel like you need to be grinding the meat, or at least getting the meat really freshly ground just for you, sort of a deal. For here on streaming. For yourself at home, you don't have to go to that much of a draw. So we got some raspberries. Mash those up. Add some balsamic vinegar. Bit of rice vinegar. Want this to be tart. Sticking the knife. There we go. Not bad cube. Use some more of this tomorrow, or on Friday. You know, let's just use some shallot. I was gonna do red onion. Shallot will work just as well. Actually, it'll be a little bit better. Excuse my cough. So are you guys saying that's something I should try and do in the future? Because, I mean, if I do get that food processor, gonna have a grinder too. Yeah, we'll just leave it at one. Lose it again already? Yep. Some fresh raspberries in there. Yeah, why not? We got it. Throw one of those bad boys in there. Really here after these, though. Let's see if these are going to grate. These are getting sort of soft. Not great. Doing okay though. I don't know, let's see how that looks together. Let's go with that. Let's skip that last carrot. going on here?
That way isn't necessarily a thing you achieve. Rather, it is a state of mind which you constantly.
It's supposed to be lyric-free music there. I'm like, why is this dude talking in my ear? And it's not me. Bad for the knife. Don't scrape your knife against the board like that. That's why I use this all the time normally. Okay, so we have our chicken salad. Oh, blue cheese. Just good old generic blue cheese. Back in a knife is good. I don't like it as much because then you get into playing games of which way is my knife facing. But just standard old blue cheese. I think that looks like a pretty good salad, just by itself. So now we're going to take this, add a bunch of Twinkie fill into it. But like I was saying before, this board just takes off like all of the crust on those guys. Which, that's no good. I mean, it's still easily accessible if you're like in a park or something, but actually I don't know if I'm gonna have any left over tonight, Arky. I did have one or two this afternoon. If you're wondering what the insides of them are like, they're squeezed in from little holes in the bottoms. Or do you mean once I'm done taking the filling out of them? This recipe, we're using the cake filling, or the cakes, sort of like the bread like you would in a chicken salad. So we're going to put that chicken salad filling back into these guys. So I'm going to use the tops and the bottoms. don't think I think I'm going to use 3 of them for this. So I'm going to have 1 left over. Sort of having this recipe. Original recipe probably didn't have near as much chicken in it though, but it has like a ton of tomato and other things in it. I just didn't think really fit. I thought about that too, Arky. They're so soft and sticky that I think that they would horribly stick to just about anything you tried to cook them with. And like I was saying, the Twinkie cookbook recipe here for the chicken salad, which is a completely different chicken salad from what I'm doing here. They layered it back into the Twinkies and then actually baked it and then served it on lettuce. I wanted to serve it on lettuce, but I am not going to throw this in the oven to try and melt the cheese. That's also why I went with blue cheese rather than... They have like... I forget if it was American or cheddar in the original recipe. It's like, ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a whisk to this. It's not tasting too bad. Could strain the raspberry seeds out of this if you're interested in being smoother. I am not going to bother. So it's going to turn it pink, but it's raspberry salad, so. So there's our chicken salad. It's a little bit pink. Let's see if it looks a little more pink over here for you guys. Yeah, it's a little good at that color. It's got a little bit of that ham color to it. There's definitely not ham in there, though. not really that hip on doing everything in circles, but they're the new toy in the kitchen, so I'm using them here. I've been using them frequently, but understand, they're the new toy in the kitchen right now. Get out of here, fruit fly. Fruit fly. And I didn't really care if that kept a perfect circle. I just wanted to pile it up a little bit. So there we go. It's our Twinkie chicken salad. Now I gotta clean that. Works well with the blue cheese. Okay. We'll set that aside. And what's next in our list here? Twinkies. Gotta fry our Twinkies. This is like some suspenseful music here too. It's supposed to be chill, relax. We're hanging out, having a good time. We're not worried about that 2-minute ticket time. We're not stressing ourselves over the fact that this Twinkie's probably going to be overcooked by the time we finish up our baked Alaska. Alright, so let's get oil cooking. Whoa. Good thing that was cold oil. Oh, you did see that. I didn't know if I had the stove cam or not. I thought I got away with that one. Make sure we wipe all this residual oil spray down. Nothing's in it right now. It is the same oil that I used for frying on Sunday. But it's just some solidified lard in there right now. Get that one more wipe off. Make sure we got all the oil off the outside. Alright. Flames on. So that should be melted nicely here. We need 2 bowls here. Oh. I would hope a single leg can handle this. I forgot about the battle here, guys. Gotta remind me. Why ain't you yelling at me, battle? That was probably half an hour ago. Yeah, it probably was. Hit Mama Bear's robe just stealing the show. Victory. Grats, Morocco. Oh, Morocco. Yay, gold for me. There we go. And while we're at it, since I already have things sort of set aside here, let's talk about the Discord here. Because we have a new vote to set up here. Now that Twinkies have won this week. Let's take a look at our ingredient suggestions channel here on Discord. And see if we've got enough votes in here for our next one. Let's see here. Donuts and Mountain Dew. Alright. Mountain Dew might be rough, even though it's my own suggestion. Most of these are. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on, computer. Alright guys, So, you guys know the drill here. If you guys want to vote for Mountain Dew, you click on that chef logo right there. If you want to vote for donuts, you click on this chef logo right here. Whichever has the most reactions on Monday will win. And we'll be back here next Wednesday with either Mountain Dew or donuts. If you guys want to make your own suggestions, please do. Gonna have to go ahead and delete our donuts one here and our Mountain Dew one here. Please feel free to come through and vote for as many of these as you guys would like. You can vote for anything you want in the stream or in Discord, but with the reactions, you can only do it once. So it makes it so you can only vote once. Works out pretty well for this. But we got some interesting ones in there, like I don't know how I'm going to do refried beans for dessert. But same thing with Ruffles savory potato chips. But yeah. Hope you guys help me out with that. And as usual, here in Discord we have me going live, the rules, walk in my general chat going on here. We have Formula 1 chat where mostly me and Obe, but a few others chat Formula 1 with me. No one has suggested bacon yet, Arky. Got streamers chat for talking with people that are interested in that. If you guys have any suggestions or ideas, we have all your typical community things here. We got all of our past photos from food in the past streams here. We get some other people adding their own stuff. I add some off-stream night stuff here too. And welcome to add to any of these in here. But again, so next week we'll have the vote going on here between Mountain Dew or donuts. And please add to suggestions. Please add. Welcome in, Mr. Landiggity. How you doing this evening? Bacon is pretty easy. Doing alright so far. We have our first dish already done. We have Twinkie chicken salad. Which is using the cream filling in our salad mix, and then we're using the Twinkies themselves as our bread for our salad sandwich. There's some blue cheese, some carrot, some shallot, chicken thigh and leg, a little cucumber, raspberries, balsamic. We're working on our Scotch Twinkies. We've got 2 Twinkies here that have been coated in a thin layer of sausage. And I need to grab my breadcrumbs. Okay, how's our oil doing? It's nice and foamy, ain't it? Definitely less time for this oil. Don't want all that foam. It's also got the dirt in here from last Sunday, so we're frying with not the cleanest oil here tonight. But we are up there at a decent temp here where we might be able to move forward here. Oh, need to turn my oven on. Just real low, keep warm temp. Close the bedroom door. Don't need no smoke alarms going off. All right. In the egg wash. And panko. This is surprisingly, like, solid. Like, this is better than, like, some fish that I've breaded. Pretty solid. Oh, and Landiggity, I don't mind Vegemite. It's not bad. Hey, Becca, welcome in. How you doing tonight? Put our Scotch Twinkie in the oil here. heat off on the oil. And we'll give that a second here to cool down. I think I'm going to break into one of these and show you guys what it looks like, and then put it back and put the other one in the oven to stay warm for dinner. Meantime, it's egg whipping time. That's awesome. I was worried it was going to be like, people were going to be weirded out by it. Even though it's... I don't know, I sort of want to say 4 eggs is probably enough for this. Okay, before we get into that, I'm going to break into one of these guys. One of them didn't turn out that great. So let me give you guys the pretty up-close look on that. I'm saying this guy didn't work out so well. It sort of broke the skin. Kept wanting to float on this side too. Ooh. That looks like a winner to me. Oops. Okay, I'm giving that a try. Wow. That's not what I expected. Not bad. But that cake just like disappears. It like just dissolves. It's like poof, it disappears. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for that raid, Kev. Were we in the bunker tonight? Were we out and about? Or were we playing music tonight? Thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Excuse me, I'm eating. We have Twinkies as an ingredient challenge tonight for dinner. We're now 2/3 of our way through here. We're working on our dessert, basically. I am going to throw this last guy in the oven so he stays warm. But what we have here, what we're working on is we got dinner. We have a Scotch Twinkie. Oops. Scotch Twinkie, which is a thin layer of pork sausage wrapped around a Twinkie and then panko fried. This whole thing is deliciousness right now. We have the other dish that we've already come up with here is our Twinkie chicken salad, which is a raspberry chicken salad with a little balsamic, carrot, shallot, cucumber, the Twinkie filling mixed into the dressing, blue cheese, and then using the bread as sort of our white bread for our chicken salad. Excuse me. And I was just about to get started whipping up a whole bunch of whites here. We've got Baked Alaska for a final dish tonight. And so we need to make our meringue for that. Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing there, Cosmic? We have blue cheese fans or haters in the crowd. Well, I half stole the chicken salad recipe from, there's actually a Twinkie cookbook. But the Twinkie cookbook recipe is with like a bunch of tomatoes and it's using cheddar cheese and it's heated up in the oven. It's an absolutely horrid recipe. But yes, there is a Twinkie cookbook out there. And so the Baked Alaska and the chicken salad are half stolen from there. They're my own takes, especially the chicken salad. And the Scotch Twinkie is all my idea there. We had requests for bacon wrapped Twinkies, and I just couldn't go that far. So Team Bone In is, yeah, it's a great group of streamers. There is a whole bunch of us. And so it's just a team of fellow culinary streamers. So if you click onto that next to my name down there, there's all sorts of other people, probably even online right now. No, it's been been more than thrown around. Gonna add some powdered sugar here. They've been doing, it's sort of a new thing for the team, but they've done Curry Week, they've done Noodle Week, and they've done Scary Week, or Spooky Week. So we've been doing themes sort of like the last or so week of the month. So that's cool. That was entirely too much powdered sugar for this project. I'm not worried about being perfectly strained. I just want to break it up some. Yeah, it's quite a cool group. Though there's certainly a fair number of culinary streamers that are not a part of Team Bone-In. But they're probably Team Bone is probably the largest culinary team out there. I believe there's a 9 to 5 type team out there for streamers that are streaming their work. Trying to think what else is there. There's several of them. There's the creatives. There's a creative team that's just open-ended creatives. Okay. They're set with that. Let's wrap up these egg yolks, put these raspberries away. Got that. Let's do a pastry bag. Bought these pastry bags and I can't stop using them now. Do I want to put a... Yeah, let's throw one in there. Let's throw a nice little metal tip in there, even though I have a habit of shooting them out the end, because I don't like doing the plastic ring to hold them in place. So the first thing I did when I started the stream today was I took a pre-chilled bowl, filled it with a bunch of chocolate ice cream, and then squeezed as many Twinkies into the base as I could. I think I got 5 of them in there. It's so hard to use the weight for this to fall down when it's egg foam. There's no weight to it. Ooh, battle. There we go. Awesome. So that can just sit right there for now. Set that off to the side. Clean off my hand. Get rid of the powdered sugar. And it's good enough for now. Let's do our battle. Just me and Morocco this time. I think we got this though. Nice. Victory. We'll do one more. Finish it off stream if we wrap up our other dish ahead of time here. Where the heck? Is there any mobs on there at all? I don't see any out there. Let's put my guy there. Okay. So I think I'm going to do this on one of these. Because I don't want to worry about getting it too hot. So here we have my frozen Twinkies and chocolate ice cream bomb that hopefully we can separate out. Twinkies are ready to come out. I don't know if the ice cream really is. Nope. Now we're going to take our egg whites. Oops. Carefully pour all around the bottom here. Fill in all those little holes that I missed here and there. Oops. All right. So there we have the start of our baked Alaska. Now we have to bake it. Which I'm not turning the stove on. No. there's our baked Alaska. Twinkie baked Alaska. I sort of feel like I have to do this. I can't do all this in front of you guys. Not show you, you know, the I'll do. Grab a photo of that deliciousness. Forgot to take a photo before I cut it. So we got that. Got this deliciousness with this, which this was not what this is awesome, but it's completely different than I expected. Like I said before, the cake in this, it just like dissolves. It just like disappears. Thank you, Becca. I appreciate that. Let's pull out this last Twinkie here. Give him a chop up and see what he looks like. Because I didn't take a photo last time. Oozing. That's looking good to me. I don't know how well that looks on camera. That looks gorgeous to me. A little bit, yeah. You swap the yellows and the yolks and the whites. Well, I think that wraps things up for me tonight. What do you guys think? Do you think I successfully did Twinkies well here for dinner and dessert? I hope you guys think I did. I think I did a pretty good job compared to maybe a couple other nights. Looking here to see who we can share some love with. Oh, why don't we go show Tabatai a little MSG love. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm gonna go and enjoy some of this. I think I'm really gonna like that chicken salad. It turned out looking pretty good here. Happy with all that. Happy with everything tonight. I hope you had a great night. I will be back here on Friday. Gonna be doing nachos of all sorts on Friday. So I hope to see you back then. Until then, have a great time. Go say hello to Tabatai for me. I'll be in there shortly. Have a great night.